Hey, what is going on you guys? It's Epic here and welcome back to another Borderlands mod showcase, and in this video we're on Borderlands 3 because today we're going to be taking a look at a mod that replaces COV with S&S from Borderlands 1. This is a mod made by a modder known as Novenix, so strap in and stay tuned, it's going to be a wild one. But just before we get into the video, don't forget that you can use code EpicNNG at the Advanced GG checkout to save yourself some money on a cleaner, more reliable form of energy. Let's get right into it. Now the basis of this mod is that basically every COV item in the game is replaced with a different looking and almost a different performing version in that of S&S. I'm going to be killing Grave Ward here and also breaking down a little bit that you might need to know about this mod, which is that first of all, this is a pack editing mod, which means when you install it, not only will you have to load up the associated hotfix, but you'll also have to drop a pack into your packs folder because this does edit textures in the game. Additionally, this mod may also alter some legendary COV items, but if you don't want that to happen, there's a version that you can download which only touches purples and blues and whatnot. But if the replaced legendaries do interest you, a little bit of a spoiler warning here, the complete list of all of the changed legendary COVs is the Sawbar to the Draco, the Magicon to the Ursa Major, the Tizzy to the Thanatos, the Hydra Frost to the Hydra, the Storos Burn to the Beetlegoose, the Embrace the Pain to the Castor, the Pain is Power to the Pollux, the Rebound to the Canis Major, the Skeksil to the Apollo, the Lanoge HK6 to the Boots, the Gargoyle to the Scorpius, the Globetrotter to the Antilla, the Psycho Stabber to the Calum, the Serial Killer to the Fornax, the Sightsev's Eruption to the Perseeds, and the No Pew Pew to the Phoenix, the Pestilence to the Crab, and finally the Yellow Cake to the Triangulum. Now of course these are unique weapons, which means they get changed to basically a new kind of unique weapon, but as for purples, as you can see we have one in a chest right here, and it's the Sidereal Comet, and as you can see even the logo, it is an S&S COV pistol. And also if we go over to the manufacturer page, you'll see that we actually have S&S Munitions on the left, saying that S&S Munitions merges smart design and high technology. With S&S Munitions fusion powered firearms, you will never have to reload. Their weapons take ammo directly from your backpack, so you only need to focus on hitting those targets. So I'm in Sanctuary, and if we go ahead and take a look in my inventory, as you can see we have some of these renamed COV weapons, which are of course now S&S. And what's really unique about this is that if you actually look at the red text, I believe they are also different. I could be incorrect on that one, but I'm pretty sure these have been changed. Yeah, they are 100% different. Now what's unique about this mod is that you might not actually want to install the legendary renaming stuff, because it is just that, it's just a rename. These weapons don't actually function any differently. For example, if I go ahead and fire the Gargoyle off here, you can see that it really doesn't do anything different to the base game counterpart. But of course its name in the inventory is the Scorpius, so if you're someone who isn't looking to get confused on a playthrough of what is this new legendary when in actuality it doesn't do anything different, this may not be the version of the mod that you want. So what's interesting is that I didn't actually install the pack correctly before, which means all of the camos weren't showing up properly, but let me now actually show you guys what they look like. So as you can see here on this assault rifle, it is completely black and yellow. Look how neat that thing looks, and even on a renamed legendary you can see that the camo is slightly different on that as well. And here's another look at that pistol that we showed off earlier as well. Look how sweet that coloring scheme looks. I honestly think even if you don't want to play around with the changed logo or the names or even the changed effects of these guns, I still think it's a pretty cool idea to just get the color replacements in your game, because I think it makes these weapons look even cooler. But anyway boys, that's going to wrap up today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you do want to download the mod, I'll leave a link to it in the description down below. Thank you all so much for watching another mod showcase. Let me know what you want to see us cover next, and I'll see you all in the next one.